Good evening and welcome to Rebel Volleyball. Rebel football team just wrapped up a 28-14 win over KANAB. And the volleyball team taking on Cokeville trails 23-17, trying to stay alive in this first set. The freshmen lost 3-0 in 3 close sets. The varsity, or the JV, won 3-0 in 3 close sets. And the varsity trails 23-17 near the end of set number 1. Brought to you by the Crawford, or by the station, no, by the Crawford Trough, by Rolene Kennedy. There we go, by Rolene Kennedy. Rebels set in the Panthers set and hit from the outside. Rebel block is a little too far from the net, and it's dropped in. 24-17 Panthers with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Panthers set. Cornea, or serve. Cornea sets. Rebels hit. McKenna Stacy. Panthers set it up high and outside, hit down the line, and dug up by Wallenton on the back line. Rich sets it up again for Stacy, who cracks it in front of the defense. 24-18, Rebels trail following that Bear Lake Realty kill. Stacy drops back to serve for Rich. Cokeville sets high and outside. Here's the hit, and the Rebel block is there, but a little too far back from the net. Cokeville takes the first set, 25-18 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We're joining things in progress as we got packed up from the football game, ran in here set up for volleyball, and that first set was brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet.
Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is Rich County's representative. As a mother and grandmother of Rich High graduates and current students, and a longtime resident of Randolph, Rolene is familiar with your needs and will work to provide you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a new car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Play hard and go Rebels.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Welcome back to Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Apologies that we couldn't get this volleyball match a little bit earlier in that first set, but Cokeville won 25-18. When we got into the gym, the Rebels were down 18-14, and Cokeville outscored Rich 7-3 the rest of the way. This is a very good Cokeville Panthers team that comes in at 16-8. They're 4-0 in their conference play, and they're coming off a 3-0 win at 3A Big Piney. They've beat Farson Eden and Cameron, Saratoga, Little Snake River. They're on about a 5 or 6 match winning streak. Last time they lost was against Malad, Idaho. They lost 3-0 in 3 very close sets. Rebel football team with a 28-14 win over KANAB this afternoon. Rebels win their first game of the season. They got a defensive touchdown. It was a pick six, a special teams touchdown, and a blocked punt that was returned for 6, plus 2 offensive touchdowns. And Rich with the win over KANAB. A solid and a fun game for the Rebels to get that first win of the season. Let's see, our first set was brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Beginning serve of each set presented by the station in Randolph, here for your convenience needs, and it's Amaya Trineri with the service for Rich. Passed up high, set at the net. It's a quick set. Rebel block is there, and it's overpassed on the dig by Cokeville. Cornea sets high and outside. Stacy taps it across. Double touch or double hit, two-handed touch attack. Rebels dig on a big hit by Cokeville and pass it over. Pass up front by the Panthers. Quick dump set into the middle of the Rebel defense. Rich not looking for that and had no answer for it. Cokeville, last year's state champs. Bring back, I mentioned during the football game about 12 Teicherts. Let's be honest, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are only 5 Teicherts on the varsity roster. Back to serve, and you're gonna have to bear with me here. I'm just trying to figure out names of Cokeville Panthers, and the roster is not numerical, so that makes it much more difficult for me to find names and numbers. Big hit, and the kill by, I believe, Sydney Brown. No, it was Leona Teichert. And the Panthers lead 2-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Second set is presented by Town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Saby, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell. Service by another of the Teicherts. Or no, that was Camille Nate. Rebels with a dump set, slapped right back to Rich. Rich sets it up again, and Peart taps it into the corner for the kill. Bear Lake Realty kill. Boy, that reminded me of Savannah Peart and her placement on a lot of her kills. It wasn't the power that made Savannah so effective, but her placement. She would see where the defense wasn't, and that's where she'd hit it. Here's Annie Peart with the service. Returned or passed up high. They set high and outside. Slapped into the middle of the Rebel defense. 2 touches, but it's on the floor. 3-1 Cokeville with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. My son just got some nachos. They looked good. I had to have one. I just couldn't resist. He gave me a look like I shouldn't have taken it. I should have asked first. You're right, son. I'm sorry. All right, back to serve for Cokeville is Emma Teichert, the junior, at 5'7". Teichert and the Panthers wearing long sleeve black with the orange trim. Serving right to left if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Rebels don't get a great pass, but they do keep it alive and pass it over. Set high and outside, big hit, long. Rebels let it go. Janae Teichert, the senior, misfires, and Rich trails 3-2. Second set. Again, the freshman lost in 3. The JV won in 3. Pass right up at the net. The set is up high, and Cokeville taps it over. Cornea sets high and outside. Stacy hits. It's blocked by the blockers. Emma Teichert keeps it alive. They set it up high and outside. Rebels dig into the stands. The student section dives out of the way, and Rich keeps it alive with a pass over the net. Set up and hit again. Another lunging dig by Amaya Trineri, and Rich passes it across. And then a hit by, oh no, a Rebel is in the net. That looks like the Cokeville player who tipped it over had her elbow hit the top of the net, and I think that's what Coach Cindy Stewart was asking for right there as she comes up off the bench. Not going to get that call though. 4-2, service just clears the net. Nice dig by Smith. Rich sets it up, Peart slaps it over. Back line, set up in the middle, a quick low set, funny set, 2-touch set, and Rich gets the point. 4-3, Rebels trail on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich sets up to serve. It's McKenna Stacy. Just gets over the net. It hit the top, and we're tied at 4. A Crawford Trough service ace for the Rebels, McKenna Stacy. That one hit the top of the net, rolled over the top, and dropped to the floor. Rebels serve again, and it's another Crawford Trough service ace. That one shanked to the back wall. Quick timeout for station identification.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports. You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ.
Stacy serves again, and again it tips the top of the net, but this time Cokeville controls it. They pass it over. Stacy, great pass up front. Cornea sets left side. Trineri slaps it into the middle of the defense. Somehow got it past the block for the Bear Lake Realty kill. And again, it wasn't the placement, or it wasn't the power, but the placement for Trineri on that hit. Stacy serves a bit long. The service error gives the side out. Rebels win on a 4-0 run there. They trailed 4-2. Lead is won 6-5. I got to thank Todd Stacy again for sending me updates on the scores in the JV and freshman matches and keeping me updated on when the varsity would start as well. So big thanks to Todd. The Panthers set it up. Hit, dug by Smith. Rich sets for Peart in the middle. Hit, blocked, but no, it was in the net. So it was a fourth hit to keep it in the air for Rich. We're tied at 6. In set number 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Serving for the Panthers is Sydney Brown. Rich gets a good pass, sets Stacy on the back line, hits from that 10-foot line. Panthers dig, they hit. Rich digs it up over the net. Quick set, and the back set is hit. Rebel block is there. Cornea sets up front to Trineri. Slapped across, dug up out of bounds, but then slapped back over. Somehow the Panthers keep it alive. Rich pass it over. Pass up front again for Camille Nate, the setter. Rich blocks, diving dig by Peart. Set high left side. Trineri taps it past the defense. It's dug sideways and out of bounds. And Rich leads 7-6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. This is a fundamentally sound Panthers team. And if you look back at the history, it's hard. It seems strange to say there's a team somewhere that's won more state championships than the Rich Rebels have, but Panthers have done that. Cokeville, 22 titles since 1988. Little fake and a bump over or a pass over. Rebels in the net, though, on that deception. The Panthers went up with a fake swing, and then that second player right behind the hitter just passes it over. Back to serve, go the Panthers. Janae Teichert, Rebels get a good pass. Cornea sets in the middle. Smith, touch attack, dug up by the libero, Sydney Brown. Or not Sydney Brown, who's that libero? We'll get her in just a second. Smith hits, and it's dug again by the libero. Set, and the Rebels dig. The pass is up at the net and drops to the floor. And it looks like, yeah, Brown is the libero. I apologize, I'm trying to learn names and numbers here as we go. In this second set, Panthers lead 8-7. Rebels out of rotation, 9-7. Panthers on top. And the Cokeville Panthers again to serve. Janae Teichert, the senior, pass up front. Cornea decides to just go with a dump set, and Panthers are ready for it. They smack it down. Rebel pancake dig is too low for anybody else to get to. And the Panthers lead 10-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Cokeville serving. Stacy with a good pass. Cornea, and then Maya Trineri with the touch attack. It's dug up back over to Rich. Peart passes. Cornea sets in the middle. Smith smacks back line. Dug by Teichert. Set up high and outside, and that not a great set, but a great adjustment by Emma Teichert to tap it over and to the floor. 11-7, Rebels take a timeout, trailing by 4 on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. This timeout is brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff.
Ever since 1871, when Joseph C. Rich surveyed the town site, the town of Woodruff has been a thriving ranching community. Settlers were attracted by the broad valley and green grasses, the mountain trout in the streams, the elk and deer herds in abundance, and the neighbors were friendly. That's how people still are today. Visit Woodruff, and you too will experience that friendliness. It's everywhere. It's the town of Woodruff, Utah, where we're proud of our rich rebels.
Rebels had a 7-6 lead, but a 5-0 Panther run has Cokeville on top, 11-7. About a third of the way through this second set, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Looking for our block of the game, brought to you by Epic Recreation. Also looking for the Pugstone Sporting Goods dig of the game and the McKay Frankham Precision play of the game. Janae Teichert to serve again for Cokeville. Attacking right to left if you're watching online at MyLocalRadio.com. Cornea sets a Maya Trineri touch attack. It's dug up, set on the back line. Teichert hits into the back of her own player. Ducking down to get out of the way was Allison Peterson, but she just gets a chuckle out of getting plunked in the back of the head. 11-8, Rebels trail by 3. Sage Tingy serves back line, just long. Late decision by Sydney Brown to duck out of the way, but a good late decision. Rebels with their second service error of the set. 12-8, Panthers on top on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Rebels coming off last night's tough loss, 3-1 against ICS. Rich, 5-8 overall this season, 2-2 in Region 22 play. Trineri, good pass. Cornea sets high and outside. Amaya hits down the line, deflected and kept in the air, dug up. Set high, left side, hit down the line. Trineri, or nope, Sage Tingy with the dig. Rich passes back line, and Smith passes it over. An overpass, Rich punches it back. Cokeville right back to Rich. Peart passes, and Cornea with a dump set. Cokeville scrambling a bit, miscommunication, they pass it over. Cornea sets high and outside. Trineri with the hit, cross court, back corner, just long. Great idea by Trineri. It was just inches long, and the Panthers lead 13-8 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Last time these teams met a year ago, it was a barn burner that Cokeville won 3-2. And they went on to win the state championship. Trineri passes it across, or a double the touch attack. Set up high and outside, and a big hit by Emma Teichert for the Cokeville kill. Rebels had beaten Cokeville 3 times in a row in 2014, 15, and 16. But a narrow loss last year. If I remember right, it was a real close third set, 15-13, somewhere in that ballpark. Brown serves for Cokeville. Stacey receives, good pass. Rebels set it up, and Smith, again, the touch attack to the back corner. Good idea, but the defense gets to it. Teichert slaps it across. Peart, nice dig. Cornea high and outside for Trineri, but a double touch on the set. 15-8. Rebels were up 7-6. Since that point, the Panthers have gone on a 9-1 run that Rich is still trying to break out of. 15-8, Panthers lead on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Sydney Brown serves. Trineri pass a little too far back, but set. Trineri pops it across. Set by the Panthers, goes up, and Trineri on a happy birthday overpass just cracks it into the block, and it's blocked out of bounds. 15-9, Bear Lake Realty kill for Amaya Trineri. Rebels with 2 freshmen and 4 sophomores on the floor in this varsity match. As Amaya Trineri serves long, another service error, second consecutive error that's served that's gone too long for Rich. And boy, they seems like they'll get out of that little funk of a 9-1 run, but then just a service error. They got 2 side outs during that 9-1 run, or 10-2 run really, but both service errors. Pass up high, and JC Cornea goes up and taps it down. Good vision by Cornea to see where the defense wasn't and drop it in there. 16-10, Rebels trail by 6 in set number 2. Panthers took the first set 25-18. Mackenzie Smith serves. Brown, decent pass. Set by Nate, hit over the Rebel block, and Mackenzie Smith digs. JC Cornea sets high and outside, and hit by Stacey into the block. It's deflected in the air and then drops to the floor. Blockers couldn't find it. And a Bear Lake Realty kill for Stacey. Rich trails 16-11. Smith to serve again for the Rebels. Beautiful serve. Doug, decent pass, set high and outside. Big hit, and the Rebels dig. That was Emma Tonga with the hit. Rich sets it up. Stacey hits cross court. Brown deflects it out of bounds. 16-12. Rebels down by 4. Mackenzie Smith to serve again for Rich, attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com. The long sleeve black. Smith just clears the net. It's an overpass and cracked back down by Peart. Dug up behind the back line. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Peart on a quick overpass. Hit. 16-13. Rebels on a bit of run of their own. 4 straight points. We'll see if they can keep this going with Mackenzie Smith serving. Mackenzie to Brown, and she misfires on the serve receive. A Crawford Trough service ace has the Rebels within 2 and has Coach Bill Thompson frustrated. You can see it all in his body language. We'll take a quick timeout. It's brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Taya Peterson. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High School Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com.
It's fun helping each customer find the best vehicle for their needs. I'm Tracy Lawley and I've worked with my brother Kirk for 23 years. Back in 1969, my grandfather Donnell Jensen sold a customer this 1969 Dodge Charger. Years later, I had the opportunity to sell that same customer a new Dodge truck. And we continue to have the opportunity to serve his children and grandchildren. If you're buying a car from someone who isn't having fun, you should definitely come see me before you sign on the dotted line.
Well, Nellie Brown just hooked me up with some nachos. Thank you so much, Nellie. Rebels trail 16-14. Mackenzie Smith serving for the Rich Rebels on a 5-0 run. Good pass up front. Nate, long back set, tipped over and to the floor. The Rebel run comes to an end, but there was a nice little streak for Rich. 5-0 run on points. 17-14, Rich trails by 3. We'll see if they can get the quick side out. Running jump serve for Emma Teichert. Rich, not a great pass, but they keep it alive, and Peart slaps it over. Pretty good attack based on that pass. Set up and hit long, out of bounds. The attack by Janae Teichert, too far. 17-15, Rich back to within 2. Rebel football, a 28-14 win over KANAB this afternoon in homecoming week. Set high and outside, Teichert hits, Rebel block, but they carry it. It's a carry or a lift, and it's 18-15. Those quick hands by Rich. It didn't look like it to me, like it was a carry, but boy, I yield to the official for sure in the game of volleyball. Serve by Lily Richardson, the junior. Rebels set it up for Peart, slaps into the middle, diving dig up over the net. Stacy taps it right back. The Cokeville Panthers dig it up over and out. 18-16, Rich trails by 2. Down 1-0 in the match. This is set number 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. McKenna Stacy, the running jump serve, a laser. Brown passes up front. Nate goes a long way to get it. Teichert hits, blocked. Epic recreation block of the game. Annie Peart stuffed that one. And the Rebels get the point and climb to within 1, 18-17 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Stacy, another strong serve. Good pass this time. Emma Teichert hits cross court, splits the D, and gets the side out. 19-17 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich down by 2 in set number 2. Back to serve for Cokeville. I believe this is Leona Teichert, the senior. You've got Janae, Leona, Emma, Riley, and Tana, all Teicherts for this Cokeville Panthers team. Rebels out of rotation again, so a free point to the Panthers makes it 20-17 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich confused how they were out of rotation. They look to Coach Stewart and get a little direction. She looks to the up official, who gives some more direction and lets the Rebels know what's going on. Teichert serves again. Smith passes up right at the net. Easy overpass, touchdown, Janae Teichert. 21-17, a 4-point lead for Cokeville, and Coach Stewart wants a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well here in the town of Woodruff second set. Timeout brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
If you've struggled to get a vehicle because of some bumps in your credit, then come to the all-new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group. We have over 20 different lenders ready to help you reestablish your credit with a quality new or pre-owned vehicle. Good credit, bad credit, bankruptcy? Let the new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group try to help you. Call our credit hotline today and ask for Jeff or Dave to get pre-approved for your next vehicle. Call 307-789-3151 today. Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven.
Cokeville leads 21-17 in the second set. The Panthers took the first set 25-18. It was about this same score when the Panthers pulled away. 21-16 in the first set, and they pulled away for the 25-18 win. Teichert serving. Rebels need a good pass. They get it from Trineri. J.C. Cornea sets high left side. Trineri hits, deflected by the block and dug up by the Panthers. And then they set it up, and a big hit by Janae Teichert, too big. 21-18. Rebels watch it go by long and outside. Annie Peart to serve for Rich, one of 4 freshmen on the floor for the Rebels. Peart, high serve, pass, quick set, hit back corner in there for the Panthers. 22-18 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Panthers with the lead. Second set is presented by the town of Woodruff. We have our epic recreation block of the game. It was Annie Peart just a couple of points ago. Teichert serves, back line, Trineri, good high pass. Cornea high and outside for Amaya. Hits too soft. She's trying to touch it over the block and a little too soft on the attack. 23-18, Rebels down by 5. And coach moves players around a bit to get a different serve receive. Teichert serves, a low serve, and it's an overpass by Peart. Dug up, Panthers, quick back set, hit, and dropped in there. Nice attack by Allison Peterson. 24-18, Cokeville with a set point. Our second set is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Janae Teichert, the senior, with the service, and Rebels dig it into the net. Cornea touches it once more but can't keep it alive. Panthers win a second straight set, 25-18 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels will try to make a comeback. Thank you. When we return in set 3 coming up on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Our second set has been brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Saby, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Most of our limits we have in life come from the walls in our own mind. The Town Council and citizens of Lake Town, Utah celebrate all students and staff in the Rich School District. Learning and education will help make that wall in your mind shorter, so it is easier to jump over. We encourage every student to reach their full potential through hard work, continued education, and focus.
According to the United States Census of 2010, the town of Randolph has a population of 464 people, and every one of us root for the Rich High Rebels.
Who slams it home?
Welcome to Randolph, Utah. We love being able to host the visiting teams, their coaches, their parents, and fans when Rich High has a home game. We love all of our visitors year-round and hope that you can take some time soon to come and visit us in our little slice of heaven, Randolph, Utah.
(25-18), identical scores in the first 2 sets. Cokeville with the wins in sets 1 and 2. Rebels had 4 freshmen and 2 sophomores? 4 sophomores and 2 freshmen in that second set. For much of that second set, a little bit of a different lineup for this third set with what is it, 5 juniors and 1 sophomore. McKenna Stacy, the sophomore. The other 5 juniors, Brown, Hatch, Wallentine, Burton, and Staple. Cokeville with the service. Burton an overpass, and it's cracked back down. Hatch digs, Burton passes, and Stacy hits to the back corner. Brown digs but miss hits, and the Rebels lead 1-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Some immediate nice hustle and Bear Lake Realty kill. Rebels will bring Taya Peterson into the match to serve. Rich attacking right to left at mylocalradio.com in this 3rd set, and Peterson serves low into the net. We're tied at 1. That's Rebels had 3 service errors in the 2nd set. Panthers had no errors, no aces on the service in the 2nd set. I don't think they looked to that service as a big attack or their first opportunity to attack. Kendall Staple hits, it's punched right back. Staple jumps and hits it too long. Panthers lead 2-1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Back to serve again goes Emma Teichert. Burton, good pass up to Brown. Set, Stacy hits, it's deflected, and Teichert couldn't figure out what to do with it. We're tied at 2. Bear Lake Realty kill for McKenna Stacy. Eliana Brown back to serve for the Rebels. Tied at 2, trailing 2-0 in the 3rd set, and Brown an error. Panthers have 3 points in this 3rd set. 2 of them have come off of Rebel service errors. Lily Richardson to serve. With the right hand, a rainbow serve. Good pass by Wallentine. Brown high and outside for Stacy. Hit, blocked. Stacy digs. Brown sets high and outside again for McKenna. Touched across, an easy pass. Set high in the middle, dug up by Wallentine. Brown high and outside again for Stacy. Hit, blocked, back on the line, the Rebels side, 4-2. Panthers lead by a pair. Back to serve again goes Lily Richardson, the junior, listed at 5'9". Wallentine passes, good pass. Brown back set, Burton cracks it to the back corner. Pass up front. Set by Leona Teichert, and then Wallentine digs on the hit. Brown, Stacy passes over to the back corner. Passed up front again, different setter, who's Camille Nate. This Panther team might run 2 setters like a 6-2. Rebels block. Epic Recreation block of the game candidate right there. I think it was Shelby Burton this time. And Rich is back to within 1, 4-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. McKenna Stacy to serve. Had an ace or 2 in that 2nd set. Good pass, set it up, and Teichert hits. Rebels touch, but can't keep it in the air. 5-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Panthers with the lead as Leona Teichert drops back to serve. Rebels, Peterson passes off to the side. Rich sets it up. Staple hits, and Brown digs for the Panthers. Set up high and outside. Teichert hits long. Did the Rebels deflect it? No, they didn't. Up official checked with all of her assistants to make sure, and then give the Rebels the point. That's been a little bit of an issue for Janae Teichert today, is those hitting errors. She just hits too long. Staple with the service. Barely dug up, but then a double touch on the set, and we're tied at 5. Staple with as good as a Crawford Trough service ace. And Kendall will serve again. Staple, the southpaw, just clears the net. Brown, not a great pass. The Panthers pass and pass it over. Stacy with a nice pass up front. Brown sets, and Wallentine touches it across with one hand. Set high and in the middle, touched across. Rebels able to dig. Burton passes it over the net on the 2nd touch. Set up in the middle, hit. Rebels dig. Brown passes, and Stacy from the back line misfires into the net. 6-5. Panthers back on top. Got Leona Teichert setting at times and Camille Nate setting at times for the Panthers. Janae Teichert to serve for Cokeville, attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com. Rebels don't get a good pass. That'll count as a service ace for the Panthers, who lead 7-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Teichert serves again, just clears the net. Good pass by Stacy from her knees. Wallentine hits, clips the top of the net. And the Panthers dig that they just pass it over. Staple passes high. Brown high and outside. Nope, high in the middle. Hatch to the back line. Dug up at the net. Dump set. Brown is there. Burton passes high and outside. Wallenstein hits. Clipped off the top of the net again. Panthers dig. Set it up high left side. Hit by Teichert. That was Emma. Rich sets it up again. Wallenstein's shot or hit either hit the top of the net or was blocked right down to the hardwood. And the Panthers have pushed out to a 3-point lead, 8-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Teichert serves again. Stacy, good pass. Brown high and outside for Wallenstein. Big hit, dug by Teichert. Pass up high by the other Teichert and then hit into the net by yet another Teichert. That was Teichert to Teichert to Teichert to the net. And the Rebels trail by 2, 8-6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Burton serves, and Brown shanks it to the back wall. A Crawford trough service ace has the Rebels within 1, 8-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Burton drops back to serve again for Rich. Looking to tie things up here. Brown, low pass, but it gets there. High and outside, Teichert hits. Rebel block is there. They keep it alive, dig it up, and Hatch passes it over. Brown, good pass up front for Nate. Set and tapped across. Rebel dig by Burton. Set in the middle. Hatch hits, blocked and kept in the air, but passed over and out. Rebels have tied it at 8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard in set 3. Panthers took the first 2 sets, 25-18 in both of them. Burton serves down the line. Brown, good pass up front. Back set by Nate. Good dig by Staple down the line. Wallenstein hits into the middle of the court. Bear Lake Realty kill, and Rich leads 9-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Wallenstein with a nice placement on that attack. Burton serves again. Brown passes high. Nate high and outside for Teichert. Hit long, but I think the Rebels deflected it. Yep, they did. We're tied at 9. Rebel block was up there just off the fingertips, and that's right where Teichert is trying to hit. And I wonder if she's had a little trouble adjusting to maybe not as tall of a block as she's seen against other teams. That's nothing to hide here. The Rebels don't have a lot of height on this volleyball team. Service by the libero, Brown. Good pass, Wallenstein. Back set by Brown. Hatch hits just a little long. The set was a little too far to her right. She had to adjust a little bit at the last second and just miss hit. Rebels adjusting their rotation a bit to try and figure things out just right as Sydney Brown, the sophomore libero, serves again. Staple, decent pass. Brown in the middle, and Hatch touch attack, diving dig by Brown of the other team, and then a dump set to the back corner. Stacy dives but can't control it. Great effort by McKenna Stacy. 11-9, Rebels down by 2. Brown serves for Cokeville. Staple pass, dump set by Eliana for Rich. Cokeville sets it up and touches it across. Diving dig by Stacy, but then nobody else can get to it. And one of the things I've always wondered about with having a single setter is there's another player or two that could have gotten to that ball, but they just kind of watch it because they know it's the setter's responsibility to get it next. Stacy passes, good pass this time. Brown sets high, left side. Wallenstein hits, blocked to the Rebel floor. 13-9, Panthers on a run. A 5-0 run since Rich led 9-8. Sydney Brown to serve again. Bunch of dribbles, slaps it a few times, then spins it in her left hand and then serves. Staple, Brown sets high, left side. Wallenstein touches it into the block and it drops to the Cokeville floor. 13-10, Rebels get the side out and that 5-0 scoring streak for the Panthers. Allie Wallenstein to serve for the Rebels. Rich attacking right to left at mylocalradio.com. Not a great pass, it's high and in the middle. Set high and outside, hit long. Rebels let it go and earn the point. 13-11, following that attack by Emma Tonga. I wanted to just say by Teichert. I would have been 4 out of 6 correct. 2/3 correct anyway. Quick set, Teichert hits. Wallenstein with a nice dig. Rich sets it up in the middle. Hatch taps it across, hits the top of the net. Tonga digs with one hand into the ladder space of the up official. And Rich is within 1, 13-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Set 3, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Wallenstein Winds and delivers the service. Good pass. Nate high and outside. That set right at the net, and the Rebels misplay. That was a great adjustment in the air by Emma Teichert to attack on a set that was just right, almost directly above the top of the net. Camille Nate drops back to serve. Wallenstein, good pass. Brown high and outside for Stacy. Hits, deflected by the block. It went long and out, but the block did touch it. Boy, that was a high hit by Stacy, and I initially, when it left her hand, I thought, wow, it's way too high, but then it was a perfect decision by McKenna because she got to the top of the fingertip of the block. Taya Peterson to serve. The Rebels down by 1, make it down by 2 as she serves an error into the net. Didn't get enough on it. 15-13, Rebels down by 2 in set 3, trailing 2 games to none. Panthers took both the first sets, 25-18. Stacy passes, and Staples hit up. She hits to the back corner, it's in. Emma Teichert let it go. She had a play on it. It would have been a tough play, but she thought it would be out, and she let it go. Bear Lake Realty kill for Kendall Staple. That's a nice precision play of the game candidate. And then a service error by the Rebels. Precision play of the game is brought to you by McKay Frankham Dental Services in Evanston. Give them a call, 8-9-10. That's 789-8910 for great dental service at reasonable rates. Stacy passes Brown high and outside for McKenna. She hits and she's stuffed. Big block on that one. You could see those hands angled up over the net. There was no question. That's some excellent fundamental blocking by Cokeville. Back to serve, Lily Richardson. Rebels get a good pass from Wallenstein. Brown set in the middle. Staple hits cross court, looking for the back corner. Nice dig by Cokeville. They'll punch it right back over on the attack. Brown high and outside for Stacy, but a double touch on the set makes it 18-14. Tigers with, excuse me, I keep trying to call them Tigers. The Panthers with the lead. Rebels take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. Brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. We're in the third set. Brought to you by Rich County.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Taya Peterson. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High School Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Rebels led 9-8. Panthers went on a 5-0 run. Rebels climbed back to within 1, but Cokeville leads by 4. A little bit past the midway point of the third set. Panthers up 2-0 in the match. Brown passes high in the middle. Staple taps it. It's dug, and the Panthers set it up in the middle. Mistimed on the attack. Maybe it was a funny set. Rebels crack it back over. Then it's passed across the net. Staple goes up and slaps it into the block down to the floor. Nice attack by Kendall Staple. She's come on strong. That's at least 4 or 5 points for her in this third set. Stacy serves. Brown, good pass. Back set and hit down the line over the head of Taya Peterson. Nice attack from Leona Teichert. 19-15. Rebels trail by 4 late in set number 3. Looking for a comeback. And to avoid the sweep, Teichert serves as Leona. Wallenstein, good pass. Brown high and outside for Allie. Hits into the block. It's dug up under the net. Rebel point. Bear Lake Realty kill for Wallenstein. If you're looking for beachfront or room with a view, a secluded mountain retreat, any number of timeshare options for all your real estate needs in the Bear Lake area, bearlakerealty.com. Kendall Staple serves and just about gets an ace. It's tipped over the net. Rebels in the net, though. So I think the a Panther was in the net. Rebel point, 19-17. Rich down by 2. Staple with the service. Back line, just long. Panthers let it go at the last second, and a good decision by Cokeville's. I think it was Teichert that made the decision to let that one go. Janae Teichert drops back to serve. The 5'7" senior dribbles a couple of times and then winds and delivers into the net. Service error. That's the first service error I've seen in the match. Now, they may have served an error in the first set before I started looking and watching and keeping track, but Cokeville has been pretty error-free on the service. Speaking of errors, Rebels serve another one. That one high and long. Puts the Panthers up 21-18. They took the first 2 sets, 25-18. Identical scores in both those first 2 sets. Looking for a Pugstone Sporting Goods dig of the game here from Rich. Our camera tonight is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Visit bearlakerealty.com. Rebels get a decent pass. Brown passes high on the set, and Hatch with a touch attack. Nate high and outside. Teichert hits, stuffed by the Rebel block. Brown digs it. They set it high and outside again for Teichert, who hits, and the Rebels dig it up on the back line. Brown high and outside to Wallenstein. Hits softly through the block and was able to split the defense. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Wallenstein. Has the Rebels within 2. And Alley back to serve. 21-19, Rich down by 2 in the 3rd set. Wallenstein serves, it's Doug past Nate, quick back set, Teichert hits, Kendall Staple with the dig. Brown sets, Hatch hits, back corner, what a spot by Sydney Hatch with the Bear Lake Realty kill. Hatch with a smile on her face after that crack, and much deserved smile there. Rebels within 1. Wallenstein to serve again, could really use a Crawford Trough service ace here. Don't get it. Good pass from the Panthers. Nate high and outside. Teichert, big hit. Stuffed. Epic Recreation block of the game. Brown able to dig it up, and the Panthers pass over. Wallenstein up front to Brown. Set in the middle. Hatch hits. Deflected by the block, and Janae Teichert digs. Set high and outside. Teichert hits, and Emma Teichert smashes it down the line. Rebels had no chance to dig that one up. And the Panthers push that lead back out to 2. Camille Nate to serve. Running jump serve. Lobs it over the top. Wallenstein to Brown. High and outside to Stacy. Hits back corner. Teichert digs into the student section. And boy, a great effort by Emma Teichert going into the stands and running over a couple of Rebel students, including first and second attendants, Lindsay Barker and Emma Willis. But the effort doesn't quite pay off as they couldn't control it. The Rebels get the point and trail 22-21. Sydney Hatch to serve, and Coach Bill Thompson asks for a little bit of help for a moment from the down official. He says, oh, my bad. Got the explanation he was looking for and says, oh, thank you. Hatch with the service. Brown passes. Nate high and outside. Teichert hits. Stuffed by the Rebel block. Dug up out of bounds and passed over. Burton passes high. Brown quick set in the middle, and Staple with the touch attack drops it to the floor. Excellent vision by Kendall Staple with another Bear Lake Realty kill. She's got 5 or 6 points in this set alone. Kendall Staple fired up, as are the Rebels, for this timeout. Brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. We'll be right back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Rebels looking to extend the match. They trailed 2-1 or 2-0 in the match, but a service error. The 6th of the set for this Rebel team. Gives the Panthers the serve back, and they return the favor. A serve into the net ties us back up at 23. J.C. Cornea checks in to serve for Rich. She drops it down low, and the Panthers barely able to dig it up. Tonga slaps it across. Rebels get a good pass. Cornea sets high and outside, but it's too far outside. Stacy just has to touch it over. Set high left side. Teichert hit, block, dug back line. Panthers keep it alive and pass it over. What a hustle play by Cokeville. Cornea sets high in the middle. Staple slaps back line, just long. Great idea by Staple. That was where she needed to go. She just hit it a little too long. In to serve, Lily Richardson. She gets a high five, a little word of encouragement, and say, let's get this thing done. Rebels take a timeout first, though, trailing 24-23, set and match point. T7 Propane and Woodruff timeout. We'll be right back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, with so many places to shop and so many options to choose from, sometimes you have to boil it down to one simple question: where do I get treated the best? At Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, we work hard to make sure every customer knows how much we appreciate them. We love what we do, and we believe in the products we sell. Our goal is to build a lasting friendship with every customer so we can serve you and your family for generations. Visit us today, Cash Honda Yamaha, 3765 US 91, Hyde Park, Utah.
Rebels taking their time in this timeout. We'll take the opportunity to thank our camera sponsor, Bear Lake Realty. This is the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Rebel student section strong here tonight. It makes me wonder where the Cokeville student section is. It's not very far away, but Cokeville student section absent. They're going to get a tardy or just an absent marking on the roll this afternoon. Bear Lake Realty is the best in realty in the Bear Lake area. Visit bearlakerealty.com. Teichert to serve. No, this is Richardson to serve. Set and match point. Stacy passes high. Brown high and outside for McKenna. Slapped back line, dug up, and passed up front. Nate high and outside for Teichert. Back line, Wallenstein digs. Rebels stay alive. Brown high and outside for Stacy. Hit, deflected by the block, and dug. Nate again, no, this time back set, hit. Hammered down, and the Panthers win 25-23. Rebels couldn't dig that one up. 3-0 win for the Cokeville Panthers. And Rich dips to 5-9 on the season. Panthers improve with that win to 17-8 overall this year. 3 close sets, 25-18, 25-18, and 25-23, but the Panthers win. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll get your Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show coming up. This third set has been brought to you by Rich County, Rebels with a championship cause.
Many of our customers have trusted Jensen Wood Motors for generations. It's important to all of us here at the dealership we always work for the people. My grandpa was a man of his word, and he passed that tradition on to us. We understand that we're here to serve our customers, and every day we try and do that to the best of our ability. We really appreciate each customer, and we want to make sure that they feel that when they're doing business with us.
Jensen Wood Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Montpelier, Idaho.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Winston Churchill said, "No hour of life is wasted that is spent in the saddle." The same is true about education. No hour of life is wasted when learning. Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, understand the value of good education. Serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming, Mound Valley Cattle Company is proud to support the students at Rich High School in academics and activities. Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
According to the United States Census of 2010, the town of Randolph has a population of 464 people, and every one of us root for the Rich High Rebels.
Who slams it home?
Welcome to Randolph, Utah. We love being able to host the visiting teams, their coaches, their parents, and fans when Rich High has a home game. We love all of our visitors year-round and hope that you can take some time soon to come and visit us in our little slice of heaven, Randolph, Utah.
Back on the post-game show, brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, and Mound Valley Cattle Company. Time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's, where fresh and fast meat. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. Let's recap the entire weekend for you real quick. A Friday night, the Rebels hosting ICS in part of homecoming week. Intermountain Christian School, the top team in Region 22 this season, and they stayed on top. Rebels took the first set 25-20, but then ICS took sets 2, 3, and 4, 17-22. And 22. It was 4 close sets, but the Lions came out on top. Rich dropped to 2-2 in Region 22 play and 5-8 with that loss. Then on Saturday, Rebel football team hosted KANAB. And the Rich Rebels, well, KANAB scored first on a 27-yard touchdown pass, but then Rich got on the scoreboard when Jaden Nelson recovered a blocked punt and returned it 45 yards for the score. Rebels would score again with 17 seconds left in the first half to go up 14-7. Then early in the third quarter, Landon Hunting with a 45-yard pick six to the house. That put Rich up 21-7. Rich would put one more score on the board later on after KANAB scored again, and then Rich holds on for the win 28-14 in the football game. The Rebels with their first win of this 2018 season. Then Saturday, right after that, the volleyball team took the court against the Cokeville Panthers, defending Wyoming 1A state champs. And Cokeville took the first set 25-18. Rebels were close in set 2. It was 16-14, but then Cokeville pulled away for the win in set 2, 25-18. Set 3 was close start to finish. The Rebels had a lead early on, 9-8. Panthers took a lead and pushed that lead out. Rebels battled back. It was tied at 23. But then the Panthers scored the next 2 points and won 25-23, a 3-set win for Cokeville over the Rich Rebels. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, where they spend 6 hours daily slicing all natural meats and fresh produce for your 30-second sandwich, 113 Front Street in Evanston. Stay tuned. More of the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show when we return. Right after this, we'll give you some final stats and highlights on the wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 20 for quality and best practices and critical access. Offering a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. When it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Most of our limits we have in life come from the walls in our own mind. The Town Council and citizens of Lake Town, Utah celebrate all students and staff in the Rich School District. Learning and education will help make that wall in your mind shorter, so it is easier to jump over. We encourage every student to reach their full potential through hard work, continued education, and focus.
Back on the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Time for some post-game highlights and stats presented by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. That's Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. The first set, didn't get to see a whole lot of it. Rebels were down 18-14 when I got to start looking at the score and was done setting up all the equipment. From that point on, it was mostly Cokeville. They won that first set 25-18. Rebels had some real nice moments in set 2. Couple of aces in a row. They led early on 5-4. Down 16-9 a little bit later on. The Rebels went on a 5-0 run to climb to within 2. That included another service ace, and our epic recreation block of the game by Annie Peart had just an absolute block. She timed it perfectly and knocked it to the floor. That brought the Rebels within 1, 18-17 late in set 2. But from that point on, it was, again, all Panthers. They outscored the Rebels 7-1 the rest of the way for a 25-18 set 2 victory. Set 3, we had your precision play of the game, Kendall Staple, with a hit to the back corner. That was a perfect hit. She had another touch attack later in that third set that was also a candidate for your McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. Boy, Kendall Staple, a real strong third set. She made a case to be on the floor all the time during that third set. The Pugstone Sporting Goods dig of the game, I believe it was McKenna Stacy in the second set. Rebels, it was a very nice dig. Rebels didn't end up getting the point late in the set. I think it was 21-18 at that point. But a real nice dig. She got down low, had to dive underneath it, and kept it alive. But again, that's your Pugstone Sporting Goods dig of the game. This post-game highlights and stats are brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. Let's take a quick look ahead at what's coming up for the Rebels in the next week or so. That wraps up our Rebel coverage for the weekend. If you're looking for Wyoming Cowboys football, that's on the Big Dog, KNYN 99.1 FM. Cowboys hosting Boise State tonight. Looking ahead to next week, a couple of activities, or a couple of items for Monday. A PTA meeting at 2:15 p.m. and then a community bond election meeting at the Woodruff Town Hall at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 4th, volleyball Rich Middle School Royals are at Star Valley with matches beginning at 4. Friday, the Rebel volleyball team retakes the court at the Richfield tournament. Opponents and times are to be determined. And then the Rebel football team also gets back on the field Friday afternoon versus Duchesne JV at 1, varsity at 4 o'clock. Our pregame starts at 3:15 as Rich beat KANAB today 28-14. They'll look to keep that winning going next week versus Duchesne. Duchesne beat KANAB a couple of weeks ago, 14-6, I believe was the score. Next Saturday, October 6th, Rebel Volleyball continues play at the Richfield Tournament. Now, our coverage will go as follows. Rebel Volleyball will be at the Richfield Tournament Friday and Saturday. We'll cover Rebel Football against Duchesne here on Friday, and then Friday night I'll book it down to Richfield and bring you all the volleyball matches Saturday from Richfield at the Richfield Tournament. So you can catch all the Rebel volleyball matches at Richfield next Saturday, live on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Also next Saturday, the Middle School Royals volleyball team is at Cokeville with matches beginning at 9, and the Rich Middle School Royals football team hosts Pinedale with matches beginning at 10 a.m. Wyoming Cowboys tonight hosting Boise State. Next week, Cowboys are on the road. They get to go to Paradise at Hawaii, taking on the Rainbow Warriors in Aloha Stadium. It's a late game, and that's what they do in Hawaii. Pre-game's at 9 p.m. I think that's like a 3 or 4 o'clock kickoff in Hawaii, but 9 p.m. pregame, and next Saturday kickoff at 10 p.m. here on KADQ. Well, that wraps up our look ahead at Rich County sports and activities. Our post-game show has been brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Thanks, Rob Leifson, videographer for tonight. Producer Jordan Bowie back in the studio. Again, the Rebels, a 28-14 win on the football field this afternoon over KANAB, and a 3-0 loss against Cokeville on the volleyball court this evening against the Cokeville Panthers. Until next time, make sure to tune in Monday morning. We'll have the Rebel Sports Show, 10:30 a.m. on KNYN, the Big Dog in Country, 99.1 FM. That's Monday morning. Until then, I'm Ryan STEINECKERT. We'll talk with you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with video online at MyLocalRadio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Plains Tire, Evanston Regional Hospital, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Cash Honda Yamaha, Bear Lake Convention and Visitor Bureau, Rocky Mountain Yeti, MyLocalRadio.com, and by Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jake Hibbert, Bridger Valley Sports Director, Sean Bennett, and production assistants, Jordan Bowie and AJ Lamb. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit MyLocalRadio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ FM 98.3 and MyLocalRadio.com. Until the next time, the Rich High volleyball team takes the court.